Have you made a New Year's resolution to lose weight and become slimmer? So many of us do, don't we, at this time of year? But I'm here to tell you that there is one thing that women who are dieting must do. And I'm going to tell you what it is straight away and not ask you just to watch to the end. But I hope that you will watch to the end because I'm going to explain the logic behind it. If you're on a diet, please start weight training if you don't do so already. And I'm going to explain to you why that's important. So if you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, the chances are you've been on several diets over the years. I know my sisters probably wouldn't mind me saying they went to Weight Watchers when they were in their teens and they still diet. And when you think about it, over time, we've slowed our metabolism down so many times, and we've all tried different diets, different fad diets a lot of the time. I mean, I've done juicing. One of my sisters does Lighter Life. I know someone who's on Mounjaro, the weight loss jab. We all want a quick fix, and that's understandable, isn't it? I mean, we live in a world, don't we, where we want everything straight away. We want that shortcut. So we want our Amazon package to arrive the next day, or we want a takeaway to arrive within the hour. So we kind of have that culture of wanting things to happen straight away. When we're young, if we want to lose a few pounds, going without for a few days works. You know, you can sort of just shock your body into losing a few pounds. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but it can happen. As we get older and our hormones change, of course, that isn't the same, that the whole equation of calories in versus calories out. It isn't that simple anymore, is it? Hormones play this huge part. Now, the thing is with these quick fix diets is that they don't take into account the macronutrients that we need necessarily. So you might go on a keto diet, a high protein diet, no carbs. But our thyroid needs carbohydrates. You might go on to a low-fat diet, but our hormones need fats. So every time we try a new diet and we try something different, we're denying our body the nutrients that it needs. Now, I interviewed a geriatric pharmacist called Amy K. Wilson not so long ago, and I'll put the link, I'll actually put that on just here. I think it'll be there, so that you can click on it and watch that interview. She really shocked me because her premise is that skinny is not necessarily healthy, and we pursue being skinny all our lives in the culture that we live in. But she goes into nursing homes and she actually is noticing that the average age of people going into nursing homes is reducing. And if you watch that interview, you'll see why she says that sometimes people in their 50s are actually going into nursing homes because they've lost the bone mass that they need, or they can't look after themselves. They've got early onset Alzheimer's or all kinds of metabolic diseases. Now, of course, weight loss isn't a bad thing per se, because being overweight can be a precursor to those kind of metabolic diseases that hit us as we get older. Diabetes, cardiovascular disease, all these things can be caused, or exacerbated rather, by being overweight. I need to lose a fair few pounds. You know, I've got arthritis in my knees, and I think it's starting in my hips, and I need to take a little bit of weight off that. But we have to be careful to do it in a way that is going to support our bodies at this time in our lives. Any time in our lives, frankly. The foods we eat generally tend to be ultra-processed. And this has caused a spike in all these metabolic diseases. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert in any way. I'm just reporting on the information that I've discovered through interviewing experts and doctors and my own research. So don't take what I say as medical in any way, or you know, as advice from a professional. Please do your own research. I'm just reporting on the knowledge that I've found, and I hope that it's going to be helpful to you. The fact is, if you've been yo-yo dieting for 30, 40, even 50 years, you've not only been messing with your metabolism as a side effect, but you've also been losing muscle mass. Our bodies need a range of balanced nutrients. And if we've been trying all these fad diets over the years, we will be taking those nutrients from our muscles. As we get older, we start to lose muscle mass as a natural process anyway. And we can suffer then from sarcopenia, which is loss of muscle. So we should be weight training once we hit 40 anyway. Now, weight training, if you've never done it before, sounds really, really scary. And of course, there's that whole myth of if I weight train, I'm going to bulk up and I'm going to look masculine, or I'm not going to look feminine anymore. From what I understand, that simply isn't true. Female muscle isn't designed to bulk up like a man's. We don't have the same levels of testosterone in our bodies. If you've never weight trained before, how do you start? Well, you can go to a gym, you can get a personal trainer. For me, my days of going to the gym and working out, next to big hefty guys is over. There's so much advice online these days. My friend Sam Palmer, for example, I belong to her midlife makeover group, and she runs fitness classes online, so you can access them anywhere in the world. And she's not paying me to mention her, by the way. I mention her because I really can endorse what she does, and it has helped me, and I will be going back to her once my injury to my foot has cleared up. Although I can sit down and do my weights, can't I? It's me making excuses. But you can do that from the comfort of your own home. There are lots of really good YouTube channels where they can teach you how to use weights sensibly at home. You can start really, really small. I have weights here, starting from like this tiny, tiny little weight here, which I used when I had a frozen shoulder, so more of a rehabilitation, right up to 5 kilos, which actually, I struggle to lift at the moment, so, but when I'm fitter, I can. Start slowly and work your way up. You can also use your own body weight. So from things like holding a plank, seeing how long you can do that and doing it regularly and building it up. Things like yoga can do some kind of weight bearing for you. Walking, weight bearing on your legs. It's so important to keep moving, but also to challenge your muscles so that you can start to counter the effect of A, aging, and B, dieting. So that's my message for you today. If you're going to go on a diet this new year, please, please, you must start weight training and do that alongside. Your older self will thank you. Wishing you a really healthy, happy new year. Bye for now.